y'all, hey. Anya here. This is vlog number 7. I think it is 7. So, on this 90-day journey, I said it was physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And we're going to talk a little bit about spiritually today. I am leaving church. So, here's what happened. I had been feeling kind of a disconnect with my church, and I can't do certain things at my church because of something that happened in the past. And granted, and that's fine, and we're not gonna get into what I did. Those that know. And it's been over 10 years, and I've literally been feeling like, what am I gonna do? What's next? And I started before the pandemic. I worked a lot in the church. I did I sung in the choir. I did what is that? The kitchen ministry. I taught. I was a part of teen church, and then I taught at I taught 5th grade, and I taught children's church, and I taught adult Sunday school 25 to 35, and then from there I did I did prison ministry. And I just, I was doing things, but I could never, I didn't feel like, some of it I did walk in my gift. I did walk in my gift because my gift is teaching. My gift is teaching. But since the pandemic, I haven't really been doing church. And I haven't been having an urgency to go back to church. I watch church on TV, and of course I still know my word, and my word is in me. So it's not going anywhere. My word is in me. But it's just, I've just been going, and this week, I played before and said, I'm going to leave my church. But this week, I literally verbalized it. I said, I think it's time for me to leave. And it's nothing anybody did. It's nothing that I did. It's nothing that nobody did. I went to church maybe 2 months ago, and I was just like, okay, I'm cool. And then I just was like, this week, I told one of my girlfriends who actually used to go to church with me, I told her, I think it's probably time for me to leave. So I produce her radio show. And usually she have a meeting at 1 o'clock. And they had it on Zoom this week, and I was listening in, and one of the ladies said Leadership College. And what's funny is I just was like, I'm not going to Leadership College, and I'm not joining this church. That's what came up in my mind, and that's literally what I thought of. I was like, I'm not joining Leadership College, and I'm not going to this church. And I said it. And she said, what are you talking about? I told it to her. As if she had asked me something. As if she had said, you're going to go to this church, and you're going to go to Leadership College. And so she told them, she was like, y'all, look what she just said and what she did. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so she was like, it was just funny, y'all. It was so funny. And they were like, oh, so you're going to go to Leadership College. I was like, I guess so. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to pray on it. And so we all just laughed about it, and they were just speaking. And I was just like, wow, this is something different. This is different for me. This is this, that, and the third. And so after that, I went to, she had another meeting, and I was just with my sister all day that day, and I don't know, I just felt like I just needed to be in her presence. I just needed to be in her space. I wanted to be in her space. Like, that's what it was. I just, you know how you're hungry for something and you don't know what it is that you're hungry for? Like, you're hungry. And I was hungry for just being in her space and being in her world in that moment, in those moments. So I stayed there all day. So last night she called me and she said, and she said the leader's name. She was like, Cassie asked if you coming tomorrow, because they were putting on a luncheon for today. And she said, Cassie asked if you coming tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going. I was like, no, girl, I gotta work. And which I had to work today. And I thought I had to be to work at 12:45. But it was 1, which is, pretty much the same thing. 12:45. And in that, I was like, I don't even want to go to work. Like, I woke up this morning thinking about this luncheon. And I was like, I think I probably should just go to the luncheon. I've told you guys before that I actually work for, I have a part-time job, Home Depot. And I've been like really feeling like I don't want to be there no more. I've literally been feeling like I don't want to be there no more. Nothing they did. It's just my season is up and I've been holding on. So when I was like, they just scheduled me for 4 hours this week, I don't need to be there. That's what I said to myself. And we'll talk about Home Depot in a later, the reason why I got Home Depot and different things. But so I get to the luncheon today and I hugged the lady who's over everything. And I was like, do you remember who I am? She was like, no. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm Anya. She was like, no. She said, Anya. I said, I'm Suzanne's friend. She said, Anya. I said, yes. And she said, I'm so glad you came. And, excited and everything. If you've been in church, that's how we welcome you. Like, we excited you came because we are. And I sat at a table with ladies and I didn't know them. Suzanne was like, hey, can my sister sit here with y'all? And I didn't know them. And I was sitting there talking to the girls and they were like, I was like, so y'all ladies in the group? They was like, yeah. And we just started talking and I started pouring out into them because they were like, sometimes it's hard. And I was just pouring out, just talking to them and different things, and I told them that how I got to be there. Because it was like, so what small group are you a part of? I was like, girl, none. I don't even go to this church. And it was like, what? So I told them the reason why I'm there and different things. And they were like, one of my girlfriends is trying to start a podcast. Maybe you can help her with that, this, that, third. And I was like, here's my business cards. And then as I sat there, I felt a sisterhood with those two ladies. I immediately felt a genuine connection with those two ladies. And I was like, okay, God, they're going to be a part of my life. Got it. And I said, so we got to plan a dinner, y'all. We got to plan a dinner, just hang out, whatever, outside of here. And it's like, yeah, da, da, da. I was like, cool. And so towards the end, they say that there was a retreat for the leaders. I was like, yeah, I'm not a leader here. That's like, sign up for the retreat. And I was like, I'm not a leader here. And it was like, it don't matter, sign up, do it. I was like, okay. So I signed up right then, because what is funny is the first week in August, I'm supposed to be in Sacramento. The second week of August, I'm going to North Carolina. The third week in August is my bestie's best friend birthday. Arnitra's birthday. The fourth week, and this retreat landed on the fourth weekend of August. So I said, okay, God, I get it. I will be leaving Home Depot at the end of July. Got it. That's what it is. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Because I've formed relationships with people there. But it's time. I feel like it's time to go. Because I called in today. And I don't need the money, y'all. When I first started Home Depot, it was really because I knew I was going to have to move to a bigger apartment. And I like to travel. And my niece was going to be living with me and my dad. And I just was like, I don't want to work I don't want to feel like I have to work all the time. Like, I had been praying on that, and then God gave me a promotion, and then gave me another promotion, and I made way more than what I was making with just Home Depot and Bank of America. With just Bank of America now. And this season that I'm in, God is just moving me, and he's structuring me. So at the end, I'm walking out, literally walking out of the place, and this girl gives me a thing, and it says Leadership College. And I said, see, y'all not gonna do this to me. She said, oh my God, are you in Suzanne? I was like, yeah. She said, and she just bust out laughing. So when we left out, they had like a cheering, everybody was cheering and stuff, and I walked up to my sister Suzanne, and I gave her a hug, and I gave Cassie a hug, and Cassie was like, I'm so glad you came. I was like, me too. And then I walked back up to Suzanne, and I said, let me show you what happened. And I told her, I gave her the card for Leadership College. And then she said, I said, I know. I know. And so then she introduced me to Linnell, who's a lady that's a part of the core team of the life group. And Linnell was like, okay, so you gonna sign up? I was like, yes, I'm signing up. She said, yeah, because I'm gonna need you to teach. I didn't tell this woman that I teach. I didn't tell this lady that that's my gift. I didn't tell her that. I didn't say anything about me joining to join leadership, to teach, to nothing. Only thing I said was, I'm gonna come to Leadership College. And she said, and I'm gonna need you to, yeah, because you're gonna help me teach. So divine appointments, God is doing something. This is my spiritual growth. I said 9 months, y'all. And Home Depot will be gone at the end of my 9 months. At the end of my 9 months, Home Depot is gonna be gone. And I'm sad about it. I'm very, very sad about it, because Home Depot has become my family, but it is time for me to grow. So whenever, we have things that we're doing, and there's people that we're doing life with, that you guys know we can't keep doing life with them, because God is moving us and he's structuring us. And I just was saying on my Facebook page that I am in a shift. I said there's a shift happening, and there will be casualties. I just posted that this week, and I said, but I love you, but everybody can't come with me. So I feel like I need to go to Home Depot and put in my 2 weeks notice. So that's what I'm gonna do, and my last day at Home Depot will be the end of July. And it's time, and I'm gonna walk and see what God has for me at one church. I'm gonna come to church tomorrow. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow, and I'm just gonna be there and allow God to be who he is. Because even in that, I was saying that, because I was telling the ladies at the thing, I was like, so you're gonna join? I was like, I don't know. I haven't been to one in years. But so I've been watching these two movies. I mean, not movies, these two shows. The Ultimatum and Put a Ring on It. And in both shows, you are courting your person, right? You're courting your person, and you're courting your person, and then you're courting your person, and then you turn around and you date other people, only to decide if you want to go back to your person or if you want to do something new. And I told the ladies, I was like, this could be God showing me what I need to bring back to my church. Because one of the girls was like, her dad goes to Friendship, go to my church. And nothing's wrong with my church. I get fed when I go. I just don't have the and the want to go. And it's so crazy because last week I hit up Suzanne, and I was like, when I said, what time are you going to church? I'm going to church. And I ended up not going. I ended up watching it on TV, on YouTube, on the video. But I stopped even doing that. I realize I can't do church on visual. I gotta be there. And so here I am. I don't know about church, but I know about Home Depot, and I'm gonna have to leave. So that's that on that. And for me to grow spiritually more. And it's a setup, and God has showed me, and I've been praying to even know when it's time to leave from there. And I feel like it's time, especially with every weekend in August booked. Every weekend in August is booked now, because I'm going to that retreat with those ladies, and God gave me some more ladies in my life to love on and be with and do spiritual life with. So I'm gonna one day maybe I'll talk about how I used to be a part of a group and we did life together, and how that ended. Maybe I'll do that one day, because I used to do life with some women and it ended. And it was a spiritual group. It was from my church. So anywho, I am headed, I guess, to Home Depot to put in my 2 weeks notice, my 2 months notice, my month whatever notice, I guess, to get him enough time to get somebody else, right? That's just my heart. And if I know now that I'm gonna need to be letting them go, I need to go ahead and let them go. I owe the IRS, so I was gonna wait until after I paid the IRS off, but I feel like God is saying now, and He's gonna take care of the rest. So we're gonna watch God be God and do what He does, and be submissive to His authority. You know, it's hard to, because we feel like we are in control of our lives when He's the one who's in control of our lives. He's the one who's putting things together. You know, He's the one who's doing things. So there's a lot that's happening in these 90 days, and I'm talking to you guys about it because I want y'all to see, maybe you should go on your 90-day journey of self-discovery, being curious about yourself, being curious about you. There's some habits I need to break. Yeah, I cuss too much. I need to break that. I cuss a lot. So, loving God more and just stepping into it, and, you know, we're going to see. All right. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get social. This has been a Lady CEO production.